Hey, hi, hello there. Right now, everyone is talking about Across the Spider-Verse, and they should be because it's amazing. And if you haven't seen it, you should literally go see it right now. Stop what you're doing, stop watching this video, go see the movie, and then come back and watch this video because there's some important information in here you do not want to miss. But I'm not talking about the plot or the many Spider-Man or all the great battles, which are pretty cool. I'm here to talk about Miss Hailee Steinfeld, Miss Spider-Gwen, Miss Gwen Stacy, and kind of break down some of her best roles, both live action and voice acting, because she's one of the best right now in that field, and tell you some shows and movies that you may not have seen before. Let's dive in. So first up, of course, is the Spider-Verse movies. And Into the Spider-Verse, the first film in the series, Hailee Steinfeld's Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen, becomes one of Miles Morales' friends and mentors. She really helps him come into his powers. She helps him with his big battles. But in the second movie, Across the Spider-Verse, she really becomes a main character. The movie is very much split between her and Miles. You get to see her world, which is so beautiful, and the colors change to her moods. You really get to see her relationships. You get to see her backstory more, fleshed out. And you really get to have an opportunity to see Hailee Steinfeld's voice acting skills in full force. She brings so much emotion and physicality to Gwen Stacy. Sometimes you would imagine her actually being in that suit. It's so realistic and it's just so spot on. But it's not her only amazing voice acting role, which brings me to Arcane. Of course, I can't talk about Hailee Steinfeld's amazing voice acting and live action performances without talking about Arcane. It is such a beautiful animated series. It's on Netflix right now if you want to go stream it. It's based on League of Legends, but you don't need to know anything about League of Legends to watch this show. It is just has some gorgeous animation, amazing music, and some really awesome voice acting performances, including Hailee Steinfeld as Vi, who is trying to find her sister, Powder, who she was, taken away from, separated from when she was a, young kid. Things happened. I don't want to spoil any plot points because it's really good to go into this show not knowing much. But just know that there are some really amazing battles, some really heartfelt moments, and Hailee Steinfeld's Vi is such a badass. You're going to really love her character in this, and she plays it to a T as usual. But, this is just one of the many amazing performances that she has, which brings me to Bumblebee. Now, I know what you're thinking, a Transformers movie, but this is no average Transformers movie. This is a really sweet coming-of-age tale that just happens to be also a Transformers movie. It stars Hailee Steinfeld as Charlie. She is kind of a teenage girl trying to get over the death of her father and trying to deal with her mother's new relationship, and she's really struggling to do that and fit in with the kids in her class and in high school. And Bumblebee comes into her life and really, helps her become more confident, helps her get over her father, helps her accept her mother's new relationship and accept her mother's love. It's just a really beautiful story. Yeah, there's a lot of action. John Cena's pretty great in this too. Yes, there's the Transformers and all that kind of stuff and the fantastical science fiction elements of it. But if you really boil down to the heart of the story, which is Charlie and Bumblebee and how he helps her kind of get over her father. It's actually really beautiful and really worth a watch, and Hailee Steinfeld gives an amazing performance. Much like Bumblebee, another amazing performance from Hailee Steinfeld comes in a coming-of-age story called Edge of 17, which also she deals with the death of her father and trying to figure out how to get along with her mother, and then her brother, who she really doesn't like anymore, has started to date her best friend, who's the only person she has in life. It's this really amazing tale of just how hellish your teenage years and high school years can be when you feel alone and you feel like you've lost all the people that care about you, and how you realize that all the people that you think don't care for you really do care for you, and how teenage years are fleeting and you grow up and you move on and you find bigger and better ponds. But it's really wonderful to see this coming-of-age story through Hailee Steinfeld's performance, which is hilarious and heartbreaking all at the same time. It's a really wonderful watch, and I highly recommend it. And last but not least, Dickinson. This is such a special show. It's on Apple TV Plus right now if you want to go stream it. There's only 3 seasons, and they're all excellent, and Hailee Steinfeld is amazing. She gives such a heartfelt and funny, very, very funny performance as Emily Dickinson. All 3 seasons have kind of different topics. The second one, which is one of my favorites, is all about fame and the downfalls of fame and the price of fame, and it really gives you something to think about. The third season's all about hope and how hope can overcome even the hardest of situations. Everybody in the show gives it their all in their performances. It's so funny. The writing is perfect. The poetry, which is Emily Dickinson's actual poetry, will break your heart, and Hailee's performance is perfect and really shows off her range and her depth, and she'll make you cry and she'll make you laugh. It's one of my favorite shows and definitely worth a watch. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, you left out Hawkeye. You left out the Pitch Perfect movies. I really didn't. Go watch Hawkeye. Hawkeye is amazing and on Disney Plus right now. And Hailee Steinfeld is wonderful as Kate Bishop, and I really can't wait to see what she does with that character. I could really only pick 5 for time constraint reasons, but, she has a really long filmography, so I really highly recommend a fun Hailee Steinfeld rewatch this weekend. It is going to be one of your best weekends ever, I promise you. All of her performances are really excellent, and I had to break it down to 5, which was very difficult. So have a fun Hailee Steinfeld weekend, and happy watching.